think it's very important to have a good relationship with the boss. You know, if you do, you will know in advance if something good is about to happen or if something bad is about to happen, and they will actually tell you to watch out. You know, if they want to make a decision that will affect so many people, because you have developed that relationship, they want to protect you. They will say, "Don't worry, it's not going to, you know, affect you." But if we become a stranger, most of the time you are the first to leave. You know. Anyway, he hasn't been participating anyway. Anyway, we don't know his position. Anyway, you know, he's not active in the organization. Da, 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 da. Anyway, it's not visible. I don't see him much. He just come in and stay in his office and go. Da, da, da. So that's why it's very important to fit the need and style of both of you. What does that mean? If you are a follower at this stage, you have to compromise. You have to compromise. Okay? If you don't, it's not going to work. Remember now, you report to that person. Your schedule must fit that person's schedule. Not his schedule or her schedule fitting yours. Because that person at the moment is ahead of you, right? So, compromise. Get understanding of clear expectations. You do not want to find yourself in a situation whereby you will have to tell that person in charge, "Oh, I'm sorry, I thought." Most leaders doesn't want to hear that. I don't. When I was the head of my department, "You thought?" That means that you are not even part of us. So you are not part of the system. So you are not actually be moving along with us. How can you thought? In order to avoid that, clear mutual expectation. Question, research question. Clarification. For the purpose of clarification, do I understand that this is what we need to get done before the end of the month? And you put in your calendar. Okay? Keep your boss informed. I was good in that because I know he's the only one that can save me when I'm in trouble. If I don't have to go to the provost or the vice president, my dean is the person that can save me. I'm always saying, "Dr. So, this is what I'm planning to do, and this is the reason. Are you sure?" "Yeah." I will justify it before I do it. So when it doesn't work in between the high-ranking decision-making people, because most meeting you will not be there, he will be there. The first question they ask that, "Do you know that one of your chair wanted to do this?" If you say yes, you agree, yes. Oh. But if he doesn't know, really, he's doing that, he did tell you, and you are subordinate, they have a room to fire you, just like that. So you're not open, you are being secretive. So you have your own agenda. You know, the pyramid stuff is very important. The hierarchy, we all report to somebody else ahead of us. So don't be so dependent that you can't share what is going on. And that will save you headache. Okay? This is what it's very simple. Indeed, very simple. Only if you believe that you do not have any agenda. If your agenda is to benefit your organization, for the benefit of all, then why keep it in secret? Let them know in advance. Then you get more suggestion, the best way to do it, and you are protected. Okay? Based on dependability and honesty. These two goes together and very powerful. This makes all your action reliable and valid because you consulted somebody before you move forward when it comes to decision making. Okay? Nobody can say, I don't know about it. Dependability. Let your yes be yes, your no be no. Remember what else? Documentation. Do you know that we discussed this on social day and you said that I can go ahead and do it? Yeah, we discussed it. Yes, I have a proof. On Friday, 2 p.m. in your office. This is what we discussed. Oh, okay. Even though if they change their mind, it will not affect your decision. You know, you'll be exempt for punishment. Okay? Selectively use your boss time and resources, which I've discussed about. If you do it very well, some people will think that you are dating your boss, but you are not. But you are playing your game very well. Because when I was head of department, some people in my college, they think that I was dating my associate dean. This is a woman that's almost 25 years old. You know, that's, they were jealous. They said, oh, she must be dating her. You know, she must be dating her. When myself and Lida was working together as a team, when she was my digital learning director, ask her. When we go for cover, they said that, oh, they must be sleeping together. They are too close. They gossip, I mean, so much to the extent that we hear that and we started laughing. So when we finally discovered the person that was saying that, in our hallway at Long Beach, sometimes when I see her come, I would just grab her, put my hair, I make that person crazy more. At the end of the day, they got rid of him. Why? That person was producing false information against us. Team. When you have a strong team that nobody can break, you guys become very powerful. Become very powerful. And when you can do this very well, guess what? What you're actually doing in chapter 12. This is a stepping stone for your contingency theory. Okay? That you know when to make some decision if it's possible or not, if its likelihood may happen or not. You know when something is coming is emergency or not, or if something is incident just happen, action that will be taken will not affect you. You know. When you get it right, you are untouchable in an organization. Trust me. I've seen it. I've seen wonderful people let go just by that person's intention was good, but the problem, that person made that decision alone without the higher authority. So the person above him didn't know, but the people in hierarchy knew before him. So it was an embarrassment for the leader. So I cause him embarrassed in front of the most powerful. So when it comes down to my level, it means that you cannot be trusted. How can you be doing this? This is a B college. How can you make the decision without that? One day you just say, please, we just have to let you go, but we give you 3 months. You don't want to be in that position. So that's why you must always make sure that you cover your behind. That any decision that you are making, at least somebody can be your reference. We all needed one another. They said that we need somebody to lean on in case, because you never know who likes you, who doesn't like you. They will use that to get you. That's why we always say that it's very lonely up there. Some people, they need your position. They are after your position and they want you to make that mistake so that you can be out, so that they can be in. In order for you not to be in that situation, always have somebody to lean on. In terms of, before you do something, let them know. If you have something to do with the organization. Personal tier, you can keep it secret. But when you are making decision for the whole organization, come on, you must have reference. Why did you do this? I discussed with VP yesterday. He said that it's okay. I discussed with Provost yesterday. He said okay. I saw the president at the parking lot. We discussed it. He said okay. They will leave you alone. But why did you do this? The provost doesn't know, the president doesn't know, the staff doesn't know, the secretary doesn't know, the president doesn't know. So, do you think this is your organization? What makes you think that you are very important? They will start, now you give them room to just snap at you, call you name. Contingency theory, the basic. Okay? Question. No question? Are you sure?
I kind of sort of have a question. Well, just more of an observation. Like you were saying that, it's good to like make yourself visible or that kind of stuff. Well, it's kind of what if you have an office where it's very casual and you don't care to participate in the casual. You rather stay at your desk and work because that's your thing, or just stay at your desk even if you're not working or whatever. Just you rather be in your office. I know to come in and say good morning, but then when there's like the director and all of the people are all together in the part of the office, and you don't want to do it. You're not into that. You don't want to. You don't. That. Are you like making yourself an outcast in that way, or I'm just kind of like. It's kind of a line right there.
In that position, even though if you see yourself that the people they come to you all the time, so there's no need for you to go to and that's different. That's different. That's task.
Like if I'm not participating.
People are coming to you for information. It's good, but it's not good enough. Even though you are visible, you come to work, you do your work. It's not good enough. If you want to move forward, that should be. It doesn't take 2 minutes.
Well, should I get up out of my chair and go participate?
Oh yes, you have to get up. You have to get out of your comfort zone. Your comfort zone, you think that you are very important because everybody comes to you. Forget about that.
Well,
Get out of your comfort zone and find 2 seconds each to go to Henry's office, Tina's office. Oh, I mean, crack a joke.
yeah, I do that.
A joke in terms of how are you? What are you doing? Oh, it seems like you are busy. Oh, you're not.
I do that, but I'm just saying, like not only just where I work at, but
Yes.
just like the what they call it, the water cooler thing.
Yeah.
You know how the people go and they gather around the water cooler and
Yeah.
they spend 10 minutes and talk about basketball wives or or some things that's really irrelevant to
Yeah.
my relationship
Yeah.
last week. With
Yeah, water cooler thinking is a gossiping stuff. I'm
but
talking about something that you have to do that, it's a snap. It's not about talking about issue. It's just about
this
reaching out.
going
You're
out
not
saying
gossiping
hello.
about what happened yesterday, what you do, somebody that.
Right.
What I'm thinking, that one is, that one is even, it's a baby stuff.
Right, right.
A leader, a follower that wants to be the next president, you must have time to just walk in somebody's office just to shake on you. I hope you just to shake on you.
Right.
Because if you have to fake it, I love to use that. If you don't mean it,
At least it's
right. Yes, those kind of things. But what I'm thinking is that we call it gossip mode.
right.
You know, let's business. This is business. Let's don't let don't do that. Because you are only junior ones does that. Those you are above that. You are above that. Let's go to page to wrap the first section up. Let's go to page 526. But that doesn't mean that when you find others in the water coolers, not to say hello,
Oh yeah.
and but don't join.
Just keep on going.
Yes,
Say,
just
hi, hey,
just.
what's going on?
Ah, yeah, you guys crazy. That means that you have set a standard for yourself. But when you become part of the team, then you receive unnecessary joke. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. Managing relationship with boss.
526.
Yes. Leadership decision tree. I'm trying to show you how this works. Let's go through this leadership decision tree. We have 5 contingency theory. One is leader-member exchange theory. We have normative decision theory. We have situational leadership models. We have contingency models. We have path and goal models. All that has something to do with the leadership tree. In any situations, in any circumstances, in any issues, or etc. and etc. You hear the times that say, if it's not broken, why fixing it, right? People say that if it's not broken, why fixing it? But in organization, even though if it's not broken, what can we do to make it better? For you to do that, always find if is there any problem that we want to discuss now, that we want to discover now, that will not affect us in the future. That's what I call prevention is better than cure. Why don't we fix it now before it becomes too late? Because when you are in that position, nothing should catch you by surprise. You are always prepared. Always prepare that when the problem comes, we can solve it. Does the problems possesses a quality requirement? If you see something coming in the future, does it possess a requirement? Is this something that we need to do about this? Do I have to what? Do I have sufficient information to make a higher quality decision? Do you? Can you validate it? The information that you have, is it reliable? Because remember, because if it's not reliable, it's not valid. If you make decision based on that, your decision could be what? Could even cause more problem. That's why prevention is better than cure. Is the problem structure? Or it's just something that happened that, can we justify the reason why the problems occur? Then we can find a better way of doing it. Is acceptance by subordinate important for effective implementation? That's what it said. How many people are involved before this decision is being carried out? How many people? And in the organization, you want to get everybody involved. So if the blame have to come down, so you won't be the only one taking the blame. We're all taking the blame because we all made a decision together. But if you have to be the only one that is taking the blame, then you are in trouble. That means that you are not a team player at all. So you think that you are above everybody. A good follower, make sure that the boss committed to your goal, your objective. So that if it doesn't work, the boss can say, well, you didn't tell me, you do this on your own. So don't involve me. Now go and solve it. You created this problem, now go and solve it. Then you mean that you are in danger. Okay? If I were to make the decision myself, without involving anybody, is it reasonably certain that it will be accepted by my subordinates? Should, in case you are so assured of yourself, you are so assured that you understand the system very well, you are so assured that the policy that you are making your decision on and everything is what everybody has seen, then you can do that. That means that you are making decisions because you don't have to be told that, this is what needs to be done. But if you don't do that, it's not good to be lonely in an organization. Isolation. That alone kills somebody. Okay? And finally, next one, F. Do subordination share the organization's goals to be attained in solving this problem? Do we have the same objective? Do we all believe that this is the right way to go? And so on and so forth. And finally, is conflict among subordinates over prepared solution likely? Pre and post. If you know how to ask questions every day, you will solve the problem that will occur 6 months from now. So this is how I do my self-evaluation. Questions. If I can develop a question, then I'm thinking all the time to find a solution, should in case it happen. That's why you get prepared in advance ahead of your colleagues. So you see things ahead. As a leader, you have to project. What about if this happens? And you start preparing for that. When it does happen, then you are untouchable. Nobody can mess with you. But don't be too relaxed, too comfortable with your position. You think that you will never make mistake. You think that, and when they just get on you like this, now you are panicking. Do not find yourself in a role whereby you are panicking now. You don't know what to do. I have to make that decision right away. That's when we make mistakes. To avoid making mistakes, You project ahead. When you project ahead, is that a solution? Is that a problem solution? What will happen? Because no condition is permanent. No condition. Regardless if you are excellent today, you may not be excellent tomorrow. The condition is permanent. So be careful. A good leader will always look out. Every now and then, peek out of the window. That's what good driver does, right? When I'm driving, I'm only because all those crazy people, they can just come and, okay? So, question must be on your mind all the time. On your mind all the time. All the time. You know, my boss can walk by me. I can project what he's thinking. Or at the faculty meeting, when I sit and look around, I scare them. And I love it when I scare my colleagues at the faculty meeting. Do you know how I scare them? With my confidence. You know, at the faculty meeting, once in a month, I just sit like this, as if I have money. Well, I'm going to have money. I just throw my chair, just look around. They don't like it. What am I doing? I'm observing, I'm showing that I have control of everything that is going on. Even though I may not have clue. Cross my leg. And sometimes I will do this. You know, they find it difficult to challenge me when I say something. So to make them comfortable, I say, no, I'm not saying that this is right. You know, I'm just showing a suggestion. So I will let them, then they will start talking. What do I do before I come? I took control in advance. Rather than go in there and say, oh, I'm the only African American. I'm the only this. You know, I don't focus on negativity at all. Any situation, I take control with my confidence. So I make sure that what I'm saying, in case if they want to go back and check me out, it's in record. And I will never talk in a meeting without having reference to back it up. What am I doing? I exercise my power. That I have control of that I'm speaking about. But if I have to talk from both sides of my mouth, and now somebody asks me a question, I say, I will have to check it out. I don't know. So why am I opening my mouth and talk when I don't know? Why do I have to say anything? Never put yourself in that situation. Never. Okay? That concludes section 1. Can I move to section 2? I'm ready. Question. You have a question for me? You are agreeing?
I agree with you, but it's just
It's not possible?
No, it's possible. Okay. It's just that it's kind of difficult sometimes when you do try to put yourself in a position to express yourself. They think that, you know, if you don't agree, then you're negative. Well, it's not so much as the person being negative, it's just you don't agree with a particular issue.
Look at you.
You know, try to label you as a smart ass.
I know that's what you want to say.
Smart ass is just that I don't agree, and just because it's a particular officer or somebody who's in a high position and I'm supposed to agree, you know, I'm supposed to just sit there. Am I supposed to just sit there and just say, okay, because you're the president? No, I don't agree with a particular thing, and I'm pretty vocal about it, and then I get labeled as negative. And I don't think that's an immature way to be. To label a person as immature because they don't agree with, I mean, not immature, but it's immature for people to think that you're negative because you don't agree with everything that's being laid out on the table. That's the reason why you have meetings.
I'm glad you said that, because exactly that's what this PowerPoint said. But before then, in organization, how we say things is very important. You know, if you remember, first day of class or second day, whatever, we were talking about, how to be very sensitive and see other view as another way of looking at it. So if you find yourself in that situation, rather than taking position, I will never say in my in meeting that you should agree with me. I always say for the point of clarification, this is what I think I'm getting, but I'm thinking, or however I'm thinking this. So it means that just by saying that, it means that yes, this is the position that they lay down, but this is what you are thinking. Now, is there any relationship that we are saying the same thing? Or is there any relationship to discover that, this is two different things? Or can you guys reason with what I'm saying here? Because I think I'm reasoning with what I'm hearing from here. Open mind. In a diplomatic way. Because organizations sometimes, if you come out very powerful, you don't want to put anybody on the spot. You must learn to do that. Or make people feel that what they have said makes no sense. Always give them that power. You know. So, in order to get your point out in a very positive way and very diplomatic, my boss always said that everything is always very interesting to you. Even though if it's not interesting, if that person is speaking jargons, nonsense, I said, this is very interesting. I calm the water. This is very interesting. But for the point of clarification, this, because according to this, they say that I start listening. And people now will say, oh, yeah, that makes sense, I agree. Maybe we should do that. But if you say, well, I don't think this is how it's supposed to be because of, oh, who are you to say that? That's what people will be saying. Oh, yes, here you go again, It's try to, tell us that it's our opinions much better than us. Everything is always interesting to me. So they know me as Mr. Interesting. This is very interesting. I'm saying another way of looking at it. However, for the point of clarification, is there? I ask a question. I ask a question, then I even answer that question myself. I said because of according to or because of this. People will listen. People will not say that, People will say, oh, okay. But if you position yourself to be, is it not supposed to be like this? Yeah. Oh, we are human. Already, you are already making me feel. So I don't know what I'm talking about. That's why you think that, is it not supposed to be like this? Oh, come on. Everybody wants credit. So give everybody credit. Whoever that is talking, give that person credit. Sometimes if it's rubbish, wow, this is very nice. But for point of clarification, or for better understanding, this. And all when we deal with people, it's all about ethics. Your discussion, what's your ethical obligation? When we discussed that 2 weeks ago, right? When you guys were there. If you can manage people, you can manage anything. Because people they cannot be trustworthy. They changes their mind every time when things doesn't favor them, People are very selfish. I learned that very hard way. Those who suffer most are the people that are very humble, honest. You expect, because you are treating people very well, you expect them to treat you the same. They don't. Especially when you are doing that, that's a sign of weakness to them. So they think you are weak. That's why you are very nice. That's why you are being polite. That's why you are very. So I've been there. They think, oh, I'm weak. To the extent that I won't go there. I've seen a colleague that called me name, that called me any word, and I say if I'm BN, you must be WN, and that just turned him red. I said, oh, are you feeling bad? You are really feeling bad. But I wasn't feeling bad. When you call me in, now I'm calling you. Since that day, this guy is the most humble person around me. But he wanted to get under my skin by calling me BN. I said, well, if I'm BN, you must be WN. I said, so we are equal. That's why we are colleagues, we are body. Did you see how I throw it back to him? Call me black nigger. And I said, oh, if I'm a black nigger, you are a white nigger. Right? I said, don't feel bad. I wasn't feeling bad when you said that. I said, you get a PhD, I get a PhD, we are colleagues. So we are in the same category. He was sweating. I mean, profoundly red. I said, come on, relax. Life is too short. Since then, I mean, sometimes you face reality. Very unfortunate that we deal with people that, they think they are more than. So, but if you're in leadership, you have to have tough skin. You have to take insult. And some people, when they step on you, like my boss, you have to say, oh, I just walk away. Because they step on you because they want you to fight, so that they can have something to use against you. But when you don't fight and you just, then you show them character, that you have a gut, you have a character. Next time, they won't mess with you. You would think that in 21st century, that there shouldn't be those kind of negativity among, especially colleagues, too well read. I mean, I just smiled. And those around me, they were angry. How come you can slap him upside down? I said, no, I can't do that. I can't slap him upside down. We are equal. That's why I have ethical obligation. Because I must put, in public, show that I have what it takes to lead. Or I have what it takes to be a good follower. Because if I have to fight in public at the conference, then I'm disgracing my boss. Because the report will come back to her that, guess what? In the conference, one of your faculty was fighting. Who is this? Dr. Lawrence. Really? Which department? Which college? Oh. Then the news will spread. Then I makes my boss look bad. Then when I come back, they say, come on, we already got the news. Why did you do that? So I have to have tough skin when the guy, we left from the same college. When I come in public, I say, oh, if I'm that, then you are this. And at the end of the day, I put my hand on her. Come on, let's go and have coffee. Since then, before he left, we are buddies. So, what am I saying? We have ethical obligation to be competitive in global economy, to be a leader in business. And it's not just book. It's not just that degree. Oh, I have MBA. So what? Everybody have MBA. Everybody have PhD. Everybody have MD. But what is that exactly that stand out in you when your name is called? That's so. What can I say about you when you're not around? When you are not around, am I going to be able to say, oh, I can trust him, I can trust her, she's so wonderful, she's so great, or I'm just going to say, oh, I'm glad she's not here today. She's terrible, she's this, she's just That's what defines us as human too, and that's what defines our skill, our education, our sense of belonging in corporate America. The decision that we make. And that decision is surrounded around our ethical obligation. Good leaders think twice, pros and cons, should in case. Okay? Make sense? Ethics consists of knowing what we have to know, and such knowledge can be taught. That's what we are doing. Know what we're supposed to know. And I'm hoping this will become part of your future. This is my summary. We discussed, when do we discuss ethics? Just 2 weeks ago? Okay. According to James, one, dramatic changes occur in young adults in their 20th centuries in terms of the basic problem-solving strategies they use to deal with ethical issues. When we are young, we go through this, we think that we have rights to say whatever that we want to say. We have rights to do whatever that we want to do. We have what it takes, but we don't think about others. We don't think about, the decision that we're making may affect others. Okay? And these changes are linked to fundamental changes in how a person perceives a society or is a role in society. How do you perceive your role in this organization? Bristol University. How do you perceive your role? How do you perceive yourself here? Are you a change agent? Are you part of the system that want to move the old policy ahead? Are you just here, I'm just getting by. You see with people, I'm just getting by. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Don't be those kind of people that doesn't want to know, what's going to happen tomorrow. You should know what's going to happen in the next 2 hours. So that's the extent in which change occurs in associated with the number of years of formal education, which we discussed last week, formal education and training. We have basic foundation. This is another basic foundation for your future position. When people see MBA behind your name, you are being reckoned with. You command certain respect because you have MBA. If it's MS, you have MS. So people will perceive that at least you have some certain skills to perform certain role, right? Okay. The deliberate educational attempt, which is formal curriculum to influence awareness of moral problems among us, right? And to influence the reasoning or judgment process that have been demonstrated. So it means that when you come in the morning, the way you carry yourself, the way you position yourself, your action, your activities can tell that you are well read. Your humbleness can tell that you are well educated, that you know some stuff. That it's not just to throw you in that position. So you have to demonstrate all that. But if you have MBA and you go to something and you're just talking like somebody that just have high school education, then you have brought the grace to that institution where you graduated from. So if you have MBA, behave like somebody that have MBA. That's part of our ethical obligation. If you are a manager, behave that you are a manager. If you are a president, but don't behave like a high school graduate. So people expect that to be part of your being. But most of the time, we don't do that because of we don't know, right? Research indicated that a person's behavior is influenced by his or her moral perception and moral judgment. That's a true statement in all literature. Okay? What is moral judgment? What is something moral? Ethics? Or what is moral perception? Collective ideas of something? You know? That's why you always want to influence yourself with people that know than you in that field, so that they can show you the rope, how to be successful. But don't influence yourself with people that doesn't in your own area of interest to go up in life, because then if you come back to your normal area, then you'll be acting funny to the other people because your attitude is totally different the way they actually expect you to behave. So always influence, associate yourself with somebody that can influence you both personally and at your job, so that they can know that you can walk the walk and talk the talk. Okay? So the Kohlberg wrote many books. This is what he said. A person's ability to deal with moral issues, your ability, my ability to deal with my colleagues, my ability to come here in the morning to be able to work successfully well with all of you from 8 to 5 without fighting. Okay? My ability to respect my boss, my ability to humbly say, please, can I borrow this something from your table? Without just taking it as if that person is not important. That's part of us. Okay? If you don't have that, or if you don't have the ability to think morally, it's a problem. And people would think, this is why people say, maybe you don't belong here. You are still a baby. It seems like you cannot operate at this level. What does that call? Like we discussed. Remember? We discussed that. What does that call? Your first original quiz. The one that you've been taking online, those are just BB's quiz. This is original quiz today. The earliest level of moral development is that of the child, and it's called was. Don't know it? Minus 10 points. You forgot? Minus 20 points. You can't remember? Minus 30 points. You have no clues? Minus 50 points. What's that called? I think we discussed this last week too, both of us. This is called pre-conventional level.
Never talked about that. I never heard that word before.
Is it last week?
Last week.
We don't know. Oh, you are trying to make me feel bad, right?
Yeah.
Minus 15 points.
I got an extra 10 points. What is it called? Pre-conventional level?
Pre-conventional level. The person at the pre-conventional level define right or wrong in terms of what authority figures say is right or wrong, or in terms of what result is rewards and punishment. So at your stage, having a relationship with the boss, that means that you know what is going on to. Don't just, okay, this is, so that is that you can ask questions for the point of clarification, But when you are this, so that means that you have not established a position at that organization. You are fearful for your career. You are fearful for your job. You don't even know if you are safe tomorrow. You are, yes, ma'am, yes, sir, yes, ma'am, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am, yes, sir. You think that you don't have a voice. Pre-conventional level. It's okay if you are still under training. We understand that. There will be a time that we're under pre-conventional level because we're new at the job, we're under training. They need to teach us some skills in order to be perfect. We understand that, right? We do. So that means that you're a baby follower. Okay. Question number 2. The second level of moral development is the level most adolescents, let's say, reach, and it's called, according to what she said, conventional level. And at this level, this is where actually we make mistakes, and we say, I can't believe that I listened to Tila. Tila, she's the one that allowed me to make this stupid mistake. And if I knew, I could have not listened to her. So I'm not blaming myself. I'm blaming her. We do that all the time. A weak leader, a weak follower, we're always looking for somebody to blame. Most weak leaders operate on a conventional level. Always looking for somebody to blame. You can't take position. Oh, why did you do this? Oh, sorry, I didn't know. It's Tila. Why did you do this? Sorry, I didn't know. It's Henry. Go and ask Henry. No, I'm not asking Henry. I'm asking you. So that means you don't know. Really? So why did you take that action? Why? Will you be respected when it comes to that stage? No, you won't be respected, of course. Because you are already showing that you cannot lead. Sorry.
Sorry to interrupt. They're here to do some filming.
Yeah.
Can we take a couple minutes and